Well, hey everyone, Alan Parr here from the Math Coaches, and my good friend and colleague, Mr. David Hall, is on the other side. Say hi, David.
Hey guys.
And we're going to demonstrate for you how to do an actual online lesson in about 5 minutes. So I will be the teacher, and Mr. David will be the wonderful student on the other side. And we just want to show you some features of how Zoom works. And so obviously, you see the feature of us being able to communicate and see each other face to face, just like we would if we were sitting next to each other at the center. And so that is actually a very good feature right there, that it is face to face still, even if it is virtual. But we're going to go beyond that. And a couple of very helpful things that we can do with Zoom is we can, number one, we can share a whiteboard together. And so now you should see our whiteboard here. And I'm going to go ahead and start to annotate on this and write. And so I'm going to give David a very simple trinomial to factor. And my pen is in green. And in a moment, you'll see Mr. Hall's pen, which will be in red. And you'll see him actually solve that. And so, Mr. Hall, can you solve this very simple quadratic equation for us?
It's been a while, man, but I'll see what I can do. Let's see. So
Oh, man.
if I throw some X's in here,
Okay.
if I take this number, I think I can do like a -3 and a +2. I think that looks pretty good.
That looks great. But Mr. Hall, you did not set it equal to 0, my friend. So
Oh,
can you
man.
can you solve that equation for me? What are my solutions here?
I can. Yeah, sure enough. So if I take each of these one at a time and set them equal to 0, I can add 3 here, subtract 2 here, mark those out, and then, yeah, sure enough, now I've got it.
Oh,
X equals
man.
3 and X equals -2. Love it.
Awesome job. Awesome job. And I think I'm going to give you a gold star, man, for that.
Yeah,
That's good
stickers.
job. All right. Okay. So let's say we want to go to another, let's say we want to go to another page. We are able to do that, and we're actually able to go backwards and forwards. So let's say this is page number 1. And the reason why I'm showing you all this is because your student may want to actually save all of these pages. And so instead of actually erasing anything on this page, they can actually save the pages. And that way, let's see if I'll give him another one. Let's say I'll give you x squared minus 3x minus 10. You do not need to solve that one. You can just factor that. And so let's see what Mr. David Hall, our student in training here, who's
Man.
learning so much algebra today from us here at the Math Coaches, and he is trying his best to break these down. I think he
Woo-wee.
got it.
Yeah, I like it. You
That's
just want me
the
to
pair
factor,
right
huh?
there. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Ding, ding,
Got it.
ding. Success, success. So as you can see here, we're able to go back and forth between these pages, and at any time, they can save this and save this, and it will become screenshots for them. But not only can we do that, I'm also going to demonstrate how we're going to also be able to share with you a Word document. So let's say there is a worksheet of some sort that, oops, actually, let me go ahead and go back there. Let me go ahead and share it one more time. All right, so let's say there is a worksheet that I would like for Mr. Hall to work with, then that's no problem. We can annotate right on top of this worksheet. So if your son or daughter has a worksheet that they want us to work on, or we have something, we can send that to them, and we can actually annotate on top of this. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do number 1, and then I'm going to ask Mr. Hall to demonstrate how he can do problem number 2. So Mr. Hall, we're going to cross multiply 9 times 10, which is, Mr. Hall, Mr. Parr did not do that well. So I'm going to erase. I'm
Uh-oh.
going to show you the eraser feature. That was purposeful. So I want to show you guys the eraser feature. So that's going to be 90 equals 6x. We're going to divide both sides by 6. And we get a solution of x equals 15. So Mr. Hall, could you demonstrate how to solve a proportion properly, please?
Sure thing. So I'm going to do the same thing. Makes sense. So I've got 2x will equal 35.
All right.
and I got to divide by 2, but now I recognize that this
Oh
isn't going to
man.
be a whole number, man.
No, it's not. And
Um,
kids don't like fractions, right? So,
that's
man,
true. But,
but yeah.
I guess if I divide by 2, I can get my second answer there.
Oh man, that is awesome. So very good job, Mr. Hall. Thank you so much for that. All right. And now we are going to demonstrate the last thing, which is let's say there's a website of some sort that we would like for the students to go to, or if there's some sort of website on your line online or something that your kids are using at school. Well, good news. We can annotate right on top of that website. So I've taken them to Wolfram Alpha, which is pretty advanced. That's probably reserved for higher level math. But let's say this was the website that we needed to get to. We can annotate, right on top of this website, me as the teacher, as well as allowing Mr. Hall, the student, to do the same thing. Oh, Mr. Hall did something cool. He actually used a little oval feature here. I'm gonna see if I can do that. All right, instead of circling it, he used a little oval feature. Yeah, that's perfect. So that's awesome. So there's other things we can do. We can do lines. Um, we can do arrows and all sorts of other cool things to, particularly comes in handy with geometry and all of those things. So with all of that being said, we don't want to make this video too long, but another thing that we can do is we can chat back and forth as well. And so I can chat with Mr. Hall over here. Hello, Mr. Hall. And you can see here on the right that we can chat back and forth as well. And I think he is chatting back with me here. And
Yep.
also,
Boom.
yes, hello, Mr. Parr. Awesome. Thank you, sir. And also, I can share files as well. And as you can see up here earlier in our chat, you can see that I shared a Microsoft Word file as well. And so, with all that being said, another major thing that we'll say to bring this video to a close is that all of these sessions are going to be automatically recorded. And so one of the great things about virtual classrooms is that if it was in person, then after the session is over, then you wouldn't be able to actually go back and see exactly what was taught in the lesson. However, with Zoom, once again, all these lessons are automatically recorded, and at your request, we can send you a MP4 version of this entire lesson. So that way, your son or daughter can go back and watch it again and again. So these are just a few benefits of how the online platform works. And we are going to be rolling out more information coming your way over the next coming days. So hopefully you'll continue with us and take us up on the opportunity to learn online out of the comfort of your own home and still get excellent quality instruction from us here at the Math Coaches. So this is Mr. Parr signing off. And Mr. Hall, any final words that you'd like to share with us?
It's going to be a great time. Virtual is going to be awesome. Appreciate the time.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care, guys. See you.